本節目內主持人及嘉賓的言論純屬個人意見，並不代表本台立場。
Welcome back to the third part of Boiling Points, and earlier we talked about the national anthem thing during the soccer game, which happened like a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah, Wednesday, I think.
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Tuesday night, yeah.
Right. There's something rather remarkable, actually, because the Chinese fans, they were displaying a huge banner, which was kind of I don't know what to respond to that.
Eliminating British dog.
Annihilate the British dogs.
Annihilate, yeah.
And wipe out Hong Kong, poison independence. I mean,
something like that.
Yeah.
Control panel, would you mind displaying that a picture that we sent you earlier, please? Control panel, the picture that we sent earlier.
Well, I think a lot of people would have seen it, so we just imagine.
There's some technical issues. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they held up this banner towards the end of the game. I think it was like.
Is it the end of the game?
Last 10 minutes.
It should be like in the last 10 minutes of the game.
Mm.
Yeah, when the Evergrande has scored 4, in Mongkok Stadium, and then they show the banner, in order to provoke those Hong Kong fans as a kind of revenge to Hong Kong fans to what they did in the World Cup qualifiers 1 year ago against China.
Yeah. Operator, can you show the pic now? Of oh yeah, thank you.
It's exactly this picture.
Yeah,
it's like British dog, Hong Kong poison.
Well, the two characters in red too are very hard to read.
Yeah,
but it's annihilate and wipe out.
Yeah, and annihilate, wipe, eradicate, kill, whatever.
Yeah,
and actually, it's kind of some pun thing, because when it comes to Hong Kong poison, the word poison is kind of the same pronunciation as independence.
Right? And the pro China newspapers in Hong Kong always use that, like, Hong Kong poison.
They see how they see the Hong Kong independence movement. They see it as some kind of toxin.
Yeah. And
so we have enough of that. Thank you.
Yeah, but I think they tried. They are quite, they were in a conflict, like in one side they want to adopt us as part of Chinese nation.
Yeah.
But at the same time they just keep alienating us.
Yep.
By labeling us that we are the British dog and we are the Hong Kong poison, something like that.
Actually, there's this explanation to the whole thing, because if you think this way, if all they want is the land in Hong Kong, if all they want is the resources, if all they want is the money in Hong Kong, then it certainly makes sense.
Oh yeah, some of them they would say, "Oh, we need the place," and those people who don't agree with us just go out, just get out. Yeah, we don't need the people.
Or kill them slowly in whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Many of their idea was in this way. Yeah, so But
Yeah.
but you know in like in reality this is quite controversial, you know, because not every one of them think in this way. Yeah, so
And I was also surprised at how organised those Evergrande fans were.
those ultras.
Are they like trained or?
Well, you know, they develop this step by step. You know, they all no, you know, Guangzhou Evergrande is just they changed their name into Evergrande like a few years ago only, because the Guangzhou team is a team with quite a very long history.
Right.
Like they got like 40 years. When it comes to Chinese football, then Guangzhou team has a relatively long history. Yeah, the football in China did not develop very long time. Yeah, so the fans of Guangzhou team, they try to before the Evergrande group purchased the team. They try to organize some people in Guangzhou to form the ultras. Ultras means the cheering team.
Right.
Yeah, they try to learn those skills from Japanese ultras.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can see the ways of cheering is quite similar to those Japanese ultras.
But do the Japanese ultras like have the Japanese national flag?
No. Oh, they show the. Oh, this is the other issue because in the same team, the Kawasaki Frontier was also got punished, or was also got charged, also got sued by the AFC Cup.
Oh, really?
AFC because they got similar things. They show the military flag of during the games against Sanyong, the Korean team. Wow. But this is another issue. But we come back to the story of Guangzhou.
Okay.
And they try to learn some the ways of running the ultras from the Japanese.
Right.
And they start to organize the ultras for Guangzhou team step by step.
Right.
And therefore, before the Evergrande group purchased Guangzhou team, not purchased, they sponsored Guangzhou team. There has been a large, not a very large, but there has been a numbers of solid fans of Guangzhou team.
Right.
And therefore, years by years, they develop greater and greater, and then because you know Guangzhou Evergrande is the first team with that much money.
Right.
Yeah, he is the first team which was purchased by or not sponsored by such a kind of great company. Yeah, and
such enmity. I mean, you know, it's like they see how they see the Hong Kong people. They see Hong Kong people as, you know, real enemies. It's like
And that's surprising because I thought like Guangzhou and Hong Kong are actually culturally or linguistically close
because
compared to North China.
We're both speaking the Cantonese language.
Yeah, but you know, Guangzhou Evergrande should be in current stage should be the greatest team in Chinese Super League, and therefore, despite the cultural similarities, Guangzhou Evergrande indeed is the representative of China.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess probably most of Evergrande's players aren't even from Guangzhou, they're from all over.
Yeah, most of the players in Guangzhou Evergrande did not speak Cantonese.
Yeah, like that, what's that goalkeeper? Was it Zheng or was it?
Zheng Cheng.
Is there one guy, one Chinese player?
The left back is Tibetan.
Oh.
He is a Tibetan.
Wow.
His mother is a Tibetan.
Oh, wow.
And he is a Muslim. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. That's quite strange, you know, but he represents Chinese national team.
Does he have a Mandarin style name?
Oh, yeah. His name is Mandarin, but his mother is Tibetan and he's a Muslim.
So
that's weird.
Is that a Hui? A Hui?
Hui, yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah. So you can see the diversity in Guangzhou Evergrande. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that a few foreign players too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Palermo and Alan.
Yeah, Alan, Paulinho, and striker Conrad. Yeah. They are all Brazilians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess a couple of guys in the Hong Kong side held up British colonial era flags.
Oh yeah.
And another person raised the Hong Kong is not China banner. And at one stage they were chanting Gina Go.
Oh yeah.
Which means like Chinese
dog.
dog, and it's saying China in a kind of derogatory way. Which is actually the same word that they used in MIHK. But anyway,
actually, I mean, in history, it used to be not that negative kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Well, it's actually the word that's used in English.
It
right?
used to be neutral.
Yeah.
But after the Japanese invasion to China, and it becomes a kind of negative meaning.
Yeah. So when Hong Kong people say Gina, they're saying I'm not Chinese.
Yeah, they say Gina because they want to shame
belittle
the mainland Chinese because they find the mainland Chinese sensitive to the word Gina.
Every time they hear the word Gina, they're like, oh, they're really pissed. That
a kind of symbol to their Chinese nation.
It's a real trigger.
Yeah. So they try to provoke them.
Yeah.
In this way.
Interesting. And so they called Hong Kong people British dogs, and the Hong Kong people call them the Gina Go. The Gina Go.
Yeah. What they did is trying to just
counteract.
It's like they're trying to get even because I think in the previous game there was lots of Hong Kongers are like boo them, every time.
Yeah. The sport nationalism in Hong Kong is very interesting because there are some other Hong Kong athletes like the boxer Rex
Cho.
And
Chou Xingyu.
More recently the snooker lady.
The snooker. Oh, I forgot
the billiards player with. I think she came first or second.
But she's still very young.
Yeah, and also the cyclist
Sarah Lee.
Yeah, and I think these athletes actually for Hong Kong people are a source of pride.
Yeah,
right, because they're competing on the international arena.
Yeah,
like as if Hong Kong was an independent country.
Yeah,
and sometimes compete against Chinese athletes.
Yeah,
and so it doesn't matter if they win or lose, but if they win, it's even better, right?
There's all these gossips like when it comes to the cyclist girl, she actually told stories like the Chinese athletes are using dirty tricks on her.
Oh, really?
It's like, it's like bumping into her, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and those supporters then get angry because of this. Yeah, I think the attitudes of Hong Kong fans towards those athletes has changed a lot in recent years. They're because there were athletes. There were athletes representing Hong Kong's many years ago, right?
Yeah.
But their supporters did not treat it as that serious as right now.
Right.
Before, so they would just think that they play sports and then go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you win battles, then I'm so proud of you. You are representing Hong Kong. You are
you're a hero. Blah, blah, blah.
The hero of Hong Kong, something like that. But this kind of attitude only would show. They will only say so when they want medal, when they want medal. But right now, their attitude is much more positive and much more supportive because they think, just because you represent us, then I think no matter what
winning or losing,
what prize you are getting, just support you, something like.
Yeah.
Their attitudes become much more supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they're like a symbol of Hong Kong nationality or Hong Kong nation.
Yeah, I think this is also a kind of process to the national, identity construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure China would love to eliminate the Hong Kong Olympic team or
Yeah, I think they wish to, but this is
infiltrate.
Yeah.
It's like putting, we have got some really tip-top, kind of
new Hong Kongers.
Yeah, new Hong Kongers. We've got some mainland athletes who are really good at this. We can, as a gift, it's like we do this favor for you, and then we put this in your team, and then you win, blah 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 blah. And at the end of the day, well, they're all Chinese.
Yeah, and this is not something very unpopular in Hong Kong athletics. There no matter in soccer or in table tennis, there are so many table tennis players in Hong Kong who are originally from China. They were not born in Hong Kong, but they want to have more chance to represent, to play in international games, and therefore they decide to come to Hong Kong. Yeah.
Actually, I think that's the same. They go to there's many Chinese athletes in outside of China competing at a high level. I think.
In many places. There are also some in Germany, right? In Germany, right? Yeah, some table tennis players with Chinese face, but representing Germany. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah, but I think in like before, in the past, I think Hong Kongese would still have some sympathy to Chinese team. Yeah, like in volleyball, like the Chinese volleyball team used to be quite popular in Hong Kong.
Women's team.
The women volleyball team is quite popular in Hong Kong. Yeah, I can name some of them. Yeah, in the past, but now I know none of them. Yeah, but
losing popularity.
Yeah, they're losing popularity. Like especially in Beijing Olympics, which was the peak of Chinese identities in Hong Kong.
Exactly, and that, yeah, it seems like after the Olympics, mainland China, Chinese communists, they show their real face again, and they start acting tough, and Chinese identity just like plummets in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Before the Olympics, like in the previous 5 or 6 years, in this Hu and Wen era, Hu Jintao and Wen Jiabao, there was a bit more easygoing.
Yeah, they look more lenient.
And China is trying to, I guess, project a nice image before the Olympics.
Yeah.
But then after the Olympics, they don't have to pretend anymore.
Yeah, and at that stage, it was the rising period of China. It was like the yelling period of the reform and openness policy. Yeah, they got lots of places developed.
Into the WTO, maybe.
Yeah, into the WTO.
Mostly the WTO.
Yeah, they got lots of chance for trading. Yeah, so this also can be the factor of it.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, but now they got stuck by the middle income trap. Yeah, and they have to, they can't be that exploitative in their economic development. So they have to find another ways, and their economy could not be grown as fast as before. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know much about economics, so it's probably a good time to stop. So yeah, that's the end of the third segment and the end of this episode. So thank you so much for coming on the show, Sanho.
Yeah.
You're
welcome.
Thank you for gracing the show.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week. And one last thing, we have a Facebook page, so go and like it. Boiling Point HK.
Like it, share it, subscribe.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
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 經錯過我哋精彩嘅節目，而家上嚟呢個網址就可以訂閱晒我哋8大頻道，付費之後仲可以重溫晒所有精彩嘅節目。記得要訂閱我哋嘅 YouTube Channel 同埋讚好我哋嘅 Facebook 專頁啊！